on Sunday, March 18, 2010, a fire broke out at Edinboro University landmark, an establishment that went by many names and meant many things to different people, and the blaze took everything from them. This is a recollection of photographs and memories of the epic house that forged friendships and facilitated legends.
I would have to say one of my first memories of the house would probably be the first time I partied there. However, I would say my most, like one of the best memories that I have of the house would have to be, it was my night of getting my big brother. I remember I went there, and at that point in time I knew I wasn't good on hard liquor. For some reason, hard liquor wasn't great for me. But I ended up getting handcuffed. After all our activities that we went through, I got handcuffed to a pole downstairs. And somehow I escaped. I don't know how, but I escaped. And next thing you know, I just terrorized the upstairs. It was fun, but I ended up terrorizing people. Finished the whole bottle in one night. I think I finished the whole bottle of Jim Beam, and I think it ended up being hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. It was pretty good time. But yeah, I terrorized the upstairs after that.
First party experience. That was probably the first time I had ever been to that kind of setting. I'm from the sticks, the middle of nowhere. So we just had parties outside and at friends' houses and all that stuff. This was a completely different change. You walk in, you stand in line to get down to the basement. You got your hand stamped, you paid money, and then you went down and stood in a hot, sticky basement with hundreds of other people waiting in line for horrible, horrible beer. But you met so many people, and it was the greatest networking thing ever. I could run into people on campus weeks after that and recognize them, and it was just that instant icebreaker.
My first experience at the house was Super Bowl. Theta Chi owned it at that point in time. It was Super Bowl. Shit, I forget what game it was. I forget who was playing, but I ended up going there. Met Tosh, met a bunch of the guys, and it was definitely a good time. I was on the party side of it, which would be the right side. I remember I was just getting back from Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Rita, and I went over there with Chad Gadina, and then we ended up we went downstairs, partied in the basement, handed out beads all night, saw a bunch of little boobies, and yeah, it was a good time.
Well, it was just a matter of wanting to keep that in the Theta Chi name. I'm a pretty cleanly person, and the house is everything but cleanly. It got dirty, dingy, and all that. So I guess it was more of a sacrifice for the fraternity, but it came out as some of the best years I ever had in college. It was actually probably the best years I've had in college. And despite the smell and despite how dirty it was never boring. Even in the middle of the day, it was interesting to be there and to see what transpired.
Wish I was too dead to cry. A self-affliction fades. Stones to throw at my creator. Massacre.